Whiteboard animation A to Z. Level Math Course Part 2. Okay, there are 5 topics. Topic 10, function notation in graph, bearing, symmetry, sequence, and statistics, set language annotation. Timeline is in the description. Ask me anything on the comment section. Part 3 will come soon. Welcome back. This is okay. Function notation and graph. So what is a function? Function is basically something that when you give an input, it gives an output. Okay. Let's say if I have one input, if I give one input in a machine, if I give one input in a machine, then it is understood that the machine will give one output. So that machine this kind of concept is known as a function. Okay. So there are two types of function: one-to-one function and many-to-one functions. Yeah, one-to-one function and many-to-one function. So in this is one-to-one function. Okay, and in many-to-one function, when you give two inputs, it will give the same one output. Okay. So that's many-to-one function. That's one-to-one function. But what happens if you give one input? If you give one input, and the machine will give two output, then that machine is not a function. Okay. So the equation of a line and equation of a curve is a function. Let's say that I have this line. Okay. If the line passed through the vertical line test and the intersection is done only one time, then yes, it is a function. Okay. Similarly, if I see the vertical line, if I see that the vertical line test intersect the curve at only one point, then yes, it is also a function. But what happens if for example I have this curve like this, and if I pass the vertical line test, then as you can see that it is intersecting at 2 points. It is intersecting more than once. So I can say that no, this is not a function. Okay, another thing I want you guys to understand, that let's say that I have this line. The line is going like this. Okay, I will denote this as fx, and let's say that I want to know what is the inverse of this function. So in order to find the inverse, first of all I'm going to do the mirror, which is y is equals to x. I'm going to use a mirror, and then the inverse of this function would be like this. So this is the inverse of this function. Okay, every function has an inverse. Some of the functions are those which they do have an inverse, but that inverse is not a function. Okay, we also need to determine whether the inverse of any function is a function or not. Okay, but this is actually just general knowledge. It comes in A-level maths, but I want you guys to understand. I just wanted you guys to understand what the function really is. So it's just a beginning in O-level maths. So you don't need to really worry about it. You're just going to be asked some question that find the value if x is put in this equation, and solve the equation and simplify and etc. Okay, so it's really easy topic. Function notation in graph. It's just a beginning. Okay, so let's start with the question. The question is, you are given that fx is equal to 3x minus 2. So fx is equal to 3x minus 2. Find the value of f6. So what does this denote? It means that if I put the value of x, then it will come down here. So it's same thing as y is equal to 3x minus 2. You just replace y to fx. Okay, when you put a value of x, it will come here. Yeah. So find the value of f6. It means that what happens? What is the value? It means that what is the value of fx if x is equals to 6? If x is equals to 6, then what is the value of fx? So if I put 6, then it will be 6 minus 2, and then 4 and 3 4 are 12. So yes, the value of fx is 12. Okay, so part 1 is done. Part 2 is solve the equation fx is equals to 6. Solve the equation fx is equals to 6. And what should I put in here? I will put the value of fx. Okay, so 3x minus 2 is equals to 6. 3 will come down, so here is 6 upon 3, so it's going to be 2. X minus 2 will come here, so it's going to be 4, the value of 4. Okay, this is the value. It is done. Now part C. Find and simplify an expression for fx plus 4. So let me write this one down. Fx is equals to 3x minus 2. Now I'm going to put the value. So fx plus 4. So it's going to be x plus 4 minus 2. Okay, so x plus 2 and 3x plus 6. So this is the answer. Next question. When fx is equals to 3x minus 5, find the inverse of fx, and and after finding the inverse of fx, put the value of x. Okay, so how to find the inverse of fx? Okay, how to find the inverse of fx? Okay, the inverse of fx is denoted as this one. Let's say, okay, so I have this fx is equals to 3x minus 5. Put fx to y, 3x minus 5. Now change the places of y and x, which means x will come here and y will come here. So x 3y minus 5. Now make y the subject. Okay, so x plus 5 upon 3 is equals to y. We have made y the subject, and now x plus 5 upon 3 is equals to inverse of fx. This is how you find the inverse of fx. So it's x plus 5 upon 3. Okay, so part 1 is done. Part 2 is find f inverse if the value of x is 7. So if I put the value of 7, then it's going to be 7 5 plus 5 upon 3, and so it's going to be 12 upon 3, and it's going to be 4. So f inverse 7 is equals to 4. This is the answer. Okay, function notation and graph. This is the concept. This is how you need to understand in O-level math, and the rest of the question will be done to you if you have understood this. Okay, this is how you need to do it. Okay, change the place of x and y, put y the value, put y the subject. This is known as inverse function, and now you're going to see the graph. This is the inverse function. This is the line of symmetry, or you can just call it the value of the mirror, y is equals to y, and this is the function. Okay, estimating the gradient of a curve. How to estimate? A curve is not a linear equation, hence in every point on the curve has its own gradient value. That's right. Gradient at any point on a curve can be obtained by drawing a tangent line, a straight line to the curve, and find its gradient. A line touching to one point where you could just find the gradient at that point, and then find in the gradient y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. This is the end of the function notation graph. You have understood it. Congratulations. Now moving to the next topic, which is bearing. Bearings are standardized ways of expressing direction of movement using north as a starting point and measuring in a clockwise direction. It is measured in degrees, and then we have this question. Since A, B, C are on a level ground such that B is due north of A, the bearing of C from A is 46 degree and the bearing of C from B is 125 degree. Okay. The bearing of C from A is 46 degree. Let's say that we have the point A. First of all, we always make a straight line, and then we try to start. Okay, so it's starting with it starts from an inner clockwise direction, which means clockwise in this way. This is clockwise direction. Okay, so the bearing of C from A is 46 degree, so it must be at around 46 degree, which is right here. Okay, this is C, and the bearing of C from B is 125 degree, which means the B must be around here. Okay, so this is B, and the bearing of C from B is 125 degree, so it must be right here at 125 degree. So it's go like this. Okay, and now we have this triangle. So it's like this, where this is the point B, 125 degree. This is point A, 46 degree, and this is point C. Okay, this is how you see the graph. You can see this, that we have this point A, and it's starting from clockwise direction, 46 degree. The bearing of C from A is 46 degrees, so it's in clockwise direction. Then we found that B is in this way, in this side, and then we look at B, that the bearing of C from B is 125 degrees. So again we start with the clockwise direction. It starts with the clockwise direction, 125 degree, and then we find out that at 125 degree clockwise direction, the point C is right here. The two line matches, and we have found the point C. This is the diagram. This is the answer. This is what the bearing really is. It's always start with the clockwise direction, as you can see right in front of you. Note that the bearing starts from north clockwise every time. Bearing of C from A means the direction from north clockwise start from A to reach C. This is the end of chapter. This is the end of topic bearings. Okay, it is something that it passes through the center, and it tries to show you that these are two similar parts. If I try to make a line, then I can see that these two sides can flip one to another and look the same. A line of symmetry divides the shape into two identical parts. The opposite sides of the figure are the reflection of each other. Yep, this is what symmetry really means. You can pass the line two times. Okay, if you pass the line one time, then these two parts will look the same, and if pass from here in this side, then these two parts will look the same. Okay, so we can say that there is a two line. We can pass two line to make a symmetry. So there's a two line of symmetry. In a triangle, there's a one line of symmetry, because there's no other way to pass the line to look to make sure that there is a reflection of two identical parts. So there's one line of symmetry, and after passing through this passing through here, you can see that these two parts are identical and another reflection of each other. Okay. The order of rotational symmetry is the number of times the shape fit onto itself in one complete rotation. If you try to rotate this thing to 360 degree one time, let's say I have the rectangle. If I rotate the rectangle in 90 degree, it will look like this. And if I move again, rotate to 90 degree again, then it will look like this. So I can say that in 180 degree of rotation, it has a order of rotational symmetry of 1. Okay, because if you rotate this thing 180 degree, then it will again remain the same. But if you rotate it to again 180 degree, then it will again remain the same, which means 2 times. It will be 2 times. It has the order of 2 in the order of rotational symmetry for the rectangular is 2, because it will look because the shape will fit into itself 2 times in a one complete rotation, in a one complete turn in 360 degree rotation. 360 degree, one order of rotation. 2 out of symmetry because it fits 2 times. 3 out of symmetry, okay. So it fit 3 times in a 360-degree rotation. Now we have the symmetry properties of a circle. Let's say we have the properties of the circle. So we have this circle, and this is the radius r. This is a straight line which is passing through this, and you can see that there's a one line of symmetry in this triangle. This is a chord. Okay, the perpendicular bisector of a chord passes through the center of a circle. Okay, bisector of a chord passes through the center of a circle. Okay, so pass through the center. Equal chord are equidistant from the center of the circles. Equal chord. And the third one, the symmetry properties of the circle. We can see in the first one that the perpendicular bisector of a chord passes through the center of a circle. So this is the center of a circle, and if it is passed through the center of a circle, then it will make a perpendicular bisector of a chord, which means it will be equidistance. Okay, it's perpendicular. That's how it is. Number 2 is equal chord are equidistant from the center of the circle. Equal chord. If the chord are equal, then it will have the same distance from the center of a circle. And number 3 is, let's say that we have a circle, and if we pass the line, if we make to one point, making a tangent. If you make a tangent to the one point of a circle, then the radius, and between the radius and the tangent, it will be a 90 degree. Okay, and these two will be the angle of each side will be same. Okay, so it will form a 90 degree, and the angle of each side will be equal or same. It will be similar. It will be same. This is the end of the chapter, symmetry. Now moving to the next one, which is sequence. Hello and welcome back, and this is our topic, sequence. So what is a sequence? In front of you, this is a sequence, plus 3, plus 3, plus 3, plus 3, plus 3. Let's say make a sequence of multiple of 3. 3 1 is 3, 3 2 is 6, 3 3 is 9, 3 4 is 12, 3 5 is 15. So you can see that 3 is adding up every time. So this is a sequence. Okay, so we have been given the question that find the 11th term of this sequence, how to find how to find this. So we will use the formula Tn is equals to a plus n minus 1 multiplied by t. Okay, so Tn means the position, a means the first term, n means the total number of sequence, and t is the difference. So the d is 3 plus 3, Tn is the position, so we need to find the t11th. A is the first term, so first term will be 1, n is the total number of sequence, so it's 11. Yeah, so right now I want to find the position of 11th term. So 1 plus 10 multiplied by t multiplied by 3. Okay, so it's going to be 31. This is the 11th term. Okay, this is the formula for the sequence. You need to remember this. Okay, you can also you need to make sure that you make the formula according to the given condition. The formula is also made according to the given condition. So 1 is equals to 3 1 minus 2. If I want to know this, so 7 is equals to 3 multiplied by 3 minus 2, then it's going to be 7 and 7. Okay, you also need to learn how to make the formula according to the given condition as well, and also need to remember this formula as well. Okay, so this is the topic sequence. This is the topic sequence. Now moving to the next topic, topic 17's topic. So now we're going to start the topic. The next topic is statistic. So let's begin. Starting with probability. The probability that an event will occur is a number between 0 and 1, and often written as a fraction that indicates how likely it is that the event will happen. It is between 0 and 1. 1 is the event that will definitely happen, and 0 is the number which the event will never happen, impossible. This is how you take the probability, the total number of outcomes, and the number of ways for one event to occur. So let's say that we have this spinner. The probability of getting a 2 is 1 upon 6. So there's 6 total outcome, but there's 1, 2. The probability of getting 2 is 1 upon 6. 6 is the total number of outcomes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we need to find the probability of getting 2. So there's 1, 2, so 1 upon 6. The probability of getting an even number is, total outcome is again 6. And how many even numbers are there? So there are 2 even numbers, 2 and 6. So 2 upon 6. The probability of getting an odd number, how many odd numbers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 odd numbers, so 4 upon 6. The probability of getting not a 2. Okay, the probability of not getting a 2 is this. Not getting a 2, which means 5 upon 6. Okay, so these are not 2. So 5 upon 6. This is 2. So we are not counting this. Okay. Probability of getting 23 is P23, which means actually there is no 23. So the probabilities it is impossible that the event has happened. There's no 23. So we're going to write down as 0 upon 6. So it's going to be 0 probability. It is impossible to get 23 in the spinner. The probability of getting 2 or 7 is, okay, we can either get a 2 or get 7. The probability of getting 2 is 1 upon 6. The probability of getting 7 is 1 upon 6. So we're going to add it up. Since it is set or, it use the word or, so we always try to add it up. So it's going to be 2 upon 6 and 1 upon 3. This is a mutually exclusive. Two or more events are mutually exclusive if they cannot both occur at the same time. The probability of getting a 2, 6, 3, 30, 11, 7 is this. Probability of getting this or this or this or this or this or this. We're going to add it up and it will be equal to 1. Which means getting all of this will be equal to 1. It is certain that we can get any of this, Probability of one mutually exclusive event will add up to 1. Independent events. The outcome of a second event is not affected by the outcome of the first event, and the two events can occur at the same time. A bag contains 4 balls and 2 red balls. A bag contains 4 red balls and 2 red balls. Two balls are to be drawn one by one with replacement. Okay. Be drawn one by one with replacement. First ball, second ball. The probability of getting red is 2 upon 6. The probability of getting a blue ball is 4 upon 6. Okay. After getting a red, it could be possible that we could get another red. So 2 upon 6 again, because it is with replacement. For example, this is a bag and we have lots of balls. After taking a ball, let's say that the ball is red, the probability of taking this ball is 2 upon 6. For example, this is a red ball, and after going for the second pickup of the trying to pick the second ball, we just put this ball back to the bag. It's known as with replacement. Okay. The probability of getting a red ball again is 2 upon 6. The probability of getting a blue ball is 4 upon 6. The probability of getting a red ball is 2 upon 6. The probability of getting a blue ball again 4 upon 6. Okay. 2 balls are to be drawn one by one replacement. Let A be the event that 2 balls are to be drawn. Okay, this is the event A. The tree diagram. Just like I told you guys. K is the event picking the first blue ball. M is the event picking the second red ball. Determine whether event K and M are independent events. Okay. Dependent events. The probability of the second ball event depend on the one on what happened in the first event. A bag contains 4 balls and 2 red balls. 2 balls are to be drawn one by one without replacement. Okay. So this time this is without replacement. So picking the first ball and then picking the second ball. Let's say I'm picking the red ball, so the probability is 2 upon 6. Then again, if I pick the red ball, then it's going to be, actually this is 5, Since the ball has been taken out, let's say that we have, how many balls we have? We have 6 balls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Taking out the first ball, let's say it's red, and not doing any replacement, which means it has taken out. Then taking the second ball, the probability of taking the red ball is 2 upon 6. Okay, because there were 2 red balls in a bag, and there's total of 6 balls. After taking out, and then we decide to take the second ball as well. Let's say what is the probability of taking the red ball in the second attempt? So it's going to be 1 because there is 1 remaining ball, red ball, and 5 because there are total number of 5 balls now. Okay, so 2 upon 6, and then the second one 1 upon 5. If we try to take what is the probability of taking the blue ball? So it's going to be 4 upon 5. In the first attempt, let's say that we have taken the blue ball, so the probability would be 4 upon 6. And the second attempt, let's say what is the probability of taking the red ball? So it's going to be 2 upon 5. And let's say what is the probability of taking the blue ball as well in the second attempt? So it's going to be 3 upon 5. This is how it is. Okay, the probability that one ball is blue and one ball is red. One ball is blue and one ball is red. Red, blue, blue, red. The probability of getting one ball is blue and the other ball is red. So it's going to be 2 upon 6 multiplied by 4 upon 5, or 4 upon 6 multiplied by 2 upon 5. Okay, add it up, and this is the answer for part 1. Part 2 is find the probability that the two balls are chosen. Two blue balls are chosen. So two blue balls. Okay, let me use a different color. So two blue balls. This is the two blue balls, and yeah, this is the probability of taking the blue ball. So 4 upon 6 multiplied by 3 upon 5 is the probability. This is the answer. This is the answer. Okay. Like I told you, this is the end of probability. Categorical, numerical, and group data. Mean, median, and mode. What is mean? Mean is the average. Medium is the middle term. Is the middle term. The middle between the numbers in ascending order. You try to take the middle one. Mode is the highest. Is known as the data which has been repeated, which has the highest frequency. Okay, the data with the highest frequency. The mode is the value that appear most often in a set of data. The median is a middle number in the list of number orders to highest. This is the formula for the median. Let's say that we have this number and we need to find the median. First we try to put in ascending order and then we try to find the median. So there are total number of 9 and then plus 1 upon 2, then it's going to be, this is the median. Okay. Okay, so we need to find the median of these numbers. There are total of 12 numbers. 12 numbers. Now, and we need to find the median in these ordered, in this list of numbers ordered from ascending in ascending order. Okay, so there are 12 total numbers. So now we're going to use this beautiful formula. So 12 plus 1 upon 2, and it's going to be 5.5, which means the number would be between here, 5.5 position. So what we're going to do, we're going to take these two values, we're going to add them, we're going to take the average actually, and the number is 4. So 4 is the middle number. This is the answer. Okay, this is the answer. Mean, median, mode is done, except for mean. The mean is the total number of all the value divided by the number of values. It basically means it is an average. Range is the difference between the lowest value and the highest value. Collecting and group data. Question. Jamila is asked to find out how many people there are in car that pass the school gate each day between 8:30 a.m. and 9 a.m. Make a frequency table to show her results. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Making a frequency table. Yeah. Okay. So how many numbers of ones are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18. 18 numbers. So there are 18. Okay. How many number of twos? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There are 12. How many number of threes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6. How many number of fours? 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4. Okay. And this is the answer. This is known as a frequency. Okay, frequency means the number of time it is occurring. It means that the number of times something has occurred. So it has occurred 18 times. This is the frequency of number 1. This is the frequency of number 2. This is the frequency of number 3. This is the frequency of number 4. Okay. Also, I forgot to tell about the tally, but it's really easy. Yeah, like that. 18. Then 6. Okay, a frequency table is an easy way of organizing collecting data. Okay, let's say that we have this table. Now we are going to be asked some questions. Work out the mode, mean, and median. The mode, mean, and median. Okay, what is the mode? The mode is basically something that has occurred number of times. So the mode is 1 because 6 frequency is the number of time 1 has occurred is 6 times. So mode is 6. The mode is 1. Okay. What is the mean? You take all the values, you multiply with their frequency and divide by the total number. So what is the total number? The total number is 20. Divide this thing by 20. 4 multiplied by 0 plus 6 multiplied by 1 plus 2 multiplied by 4 plus multiplied by 3 plus 4 multiplied by 2 plus and 5 multiplied by 0 plus and then 6 multiplied by 1. You add it all up and then divide this by 20, you will get the mean. Okay, this is how you find the mean. As for the median, so it's 10, it is 10.5, which means, okay, the modest one having the highest number of frequency, the median n plus 1, so make it 20, 10.5, 10, okay. Okay, so 1.5 is the answer, okay. And the mean, okay, making multiplication and then, adding it up. This upon this, okay. 1.85 goals. This is the mean and the median. Congratulations. Group and continuous data. The frequency table shows the information about the heights of a year group in a school. Okay, so we have the class frequency, midpoint, and midpoint multiplied frequency. The class is state the model class. State the model class, so it has the highest number of frequency, so this is the model class. Okay, and plus 1, 65.1, 33. And where is 33? So it's okay. So it's between, try to find the 33rd position, and now if you try to make an addition, so 8 plus 18, so it's going to be 26. This whole thing would be 26th. Okay, so 33rd is in here. The 33rd position, the 33rd position is in this class, so it's in here. This is the answer. This is the median class. Estimate the range. The range is between midpoint of final class minus midpoint of first class. Final class is 160 plus 1. Okay, the midpoint. Okay, so what you need to find the midpoint of all the classes, and then the midpoint of final class. The final class is right here minus the first class, so you get the range. Estimate of the mean, so multiplying the midpoint by the frequency and then divide by the total number of frequency. Okay, yep, this is how you get it. Statistical diagrams, frequency diagram and frequency polygon. Again, the same diagram, the class, the frequency, and the midpoint. And now we're going to draw a diagram, vertical bar chart with no gaps between the bars. So what we have here in front of us, we have this, what we have here is a chart, it's a graph. You can say a histogram graph, frequency is right here and height is right here. Class is here and the frequency is here. And then, let's say that what is the frequency between 160 and 155? 155 and 160, so it's 2. So this is the value of 2. Yeah. Taking the midpoint of all these, and you got the frequency polygon. In a frequency polygon, a single point is used to represent each graph. Median. This point is deployed at the midpoint of the group and shows the frequency for the group. Histogram with unequal class interval. Okay, this time the class will be unequal interval. Taking the class width of each one, of each of the class, then find the frequency density. This is the formula, frequency upon the class width, and then making a diagram. The diagram is frequency density versus the frequency density and the class. Let's say the class is 0 to 20. This is the class. This is the class of this. And what is the frequency density? The frequency density is 1.4. So this is 1.4. Okay. Estimate the number of passengers aged between 60 and 80. To estimate the number of passengers aged between 60 and 80. 60 and 80. We need to estimate it. Yeah. So first of all, we're going to take this area 60 to 70. So 10 multiplied by 1.5. Okay, and then plus. Okay, 70 to 80, again 10 multiplied by 0.5, and then we get the answer as 20. So which means there are 20 passengers which is aged between 60 and 80. Okay. There are approximately 20 people aged between 60 and 80. Cumulative frequency diagram. It is a way to display a large set of groups continuous data. Okay, again this table, class and frequency. Okay, now we're going to convert this into a cumulative frequency. Wow, look at that. It's adding up and adding up and adding up. Yeah, that's how it is. This is the cumulative frequency, and then we try to draw the diagram and finding the median 50th percentile. So okay, finding the median 15th percentile. So 60, which is 60 is the total number of cumulative frequency. 60 multiplied by 0.5 is 30. Getting the 30 median position. This is the median position 30. So what is where it's 30, and then we try to make an estimation. So it's at around 40. So it is in around 41 centimeter. Okay. When using a commutative frequency diagram for group data, the values of the individual items are not known. Any result are therefore approximately it is reasonable to use the 15th percentile. Upper quartile 75%, doing the same thing. Lower quartile 25%, same thing. Interquartile, upper quartile minus lower quartile. This is the interquartile range. And of topic statistic. Now we're going to move to the next one. Language annotation. This is the last topic of O-level math part 2. Set. So P is a set. A set is a collection of well-defined elements, and in brackets are the elements of P. Okay, these are elements of a set. This symbol tells us that 3 is an element of P, and this symbol tells us that 5 is not an element of P. Okay. We can have so many sets, and each set can have okay. These are two sets, P and Q, and each set has their own elements. What does this symbol tell us? It tells us that P is a subset and may not be equal, which means that P has an elements that are also present in the set of Q 1 2 3. So we can say that P is a subset of and may not be equal, because P has 3 elements 1 2 3 and Q has 4 elements 1 2 3 4. They may not be equal, but P is a subset of Q because the set Q has the elements which are also present in P, similar elements. Okay, this is how it is. Okay, so that Q is a subset of R and may be equal because the elements are equal. The elements are equal. That's why we can use this symbol, which means that Q is a subset of R and may be equal. Okay. Venn diagram. Venn diagram are a way of showing set and the relationship between sets. In a Venn diagram, the universal set is shown by a rectangle. Other sets are drawn as circle or oval within the rectangle. Universal set. Okay, you must have understood about the universal set, which means universal set is a rectangle which contains all the values, all the possible values. Okay. So in the universal set, it contains the values of A and also contains the value of B as well, and other elements which are not contained in A and B, which are not included in A and B. This symbol denoting as AND. Okay, A and B, intersection of set A and B, which means A and B must have a common elements at the same time. So these are the common elements at the same time. A and B, intersection of sets A and B. A union A or A elements of A or elements of B, which means it included everything. It included everything. So we can say union of sets A or B. Okay, so this denoted as empty set, and it's really quite common in set language annotation. Complement of a set. Those are complement of a set, which means that, for example, if R has the element of 1 2 3 4 6 12, then the complement of R will have the element that are not included in R. It means that the complement of R means those elements of the universal set which are not in the set set R. Those elements which are not in set R is known as complement of R, and it is denoted like this. So these are the complement of R. These elements are not included in the set R. Okay. Venn diagrams. See it carefully. You need to see each and every diagram. Okay, A union B, we know what it is. Complement of A, everything except A means complement of A. Complement B, everything except B. We shaded the region. Okay, A and B, A intersection of A and B. Okay, this is different. So right now we need to take the intersection of A and complement of B. Now if you look closely, then intersection of A and complement of B, then you can see here that these are the intersection between the two. So it's going to be this one. Okay, let's see. It's going to be this one. Okay, the same thing. So A union complement of B. Complement B, you can see here it is shaded, and A. So which means if we try to get the A union and complement of B, then this one is also included. So yeah, that's how it is. Okay. Complement of A union complement of B. So this is complement of A and this is complement of B, and we need to take the union. So this is also included because complement of B. union complement of A. This one is also going to be shaded, and this one is also going to be shaded, and it leaves this one. Okay. And yeah, intersection complement of B. Okay, complement of A, complement of B. What is the intersection? Which part is the intersection? Okay, so the intersection is the outside. Intersection is the outside. Okay, so that's that. These are the 7 diagrams. There are more complex diagram, but it will be helpful for you guys to understand this one. A class of 31 students, some study physics, some study chemistry. If 22 study physics and 20 study chemistry, and 5 study neither, calculate the number of students who take both subjects. Okay, so it's saying that 22 study physics and 20 study chemistry, and we need to find the number of students who take both subjects. That's why we made the intersection. Okay, intersection x. We need to find the value of x. Okay, since we know that there are a number of students who are taking both subjects at the same time, which means there must be a deduction in here and in here. Okay, then there are total number of 31 students. 5 students which study neither, they don't study anything, plus student which taking physics, but yeah, the number of students who are taking physics only, the number of students who are taking chemistry only, and the number of students who are taking both subjects. Okay, so 31 minus 5, 22 minus x plus 22 minus x plus x cancel out. 31 minus 5 is equals to 26. 22 plus 20 minus x, and then I'm going to use a calculator, and yeah, the value is 16. Okay, so this is the answer, and this is the end of the topic, set language in notation. And yes, O-level math course part 2 is done, and now we're moving for part 3.